Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and today I have something a little bit different. I thought about starting a series that was called like what the or something, because like as in what the hell, like what, huh, what? Because I've been running across products lately that I'm like, I want to try them, but like how am I going to incorporate them? What do you guys think videos like that should be called? Tell me in the comments, because there's just so many. I actually bought another one. It's obviously not the one I'm testing today, but I was like, what the, does that work? Is it real? Could it be? Oh, could it be? That's a good idea. Anyways, doesn't matter. So let's talk, you guys. The other day, as I was purchasing my new Hourglass bronzer and you know, a couple other things to try for videos on the Beautylish website, of course, I ran into this product and I was like, I'm sorry, could it be true? Cover FX came out with custom blotting drops for oil control. They're supposed to make your foundation more matte. I was like, what? So I click it and I'm like, I have to know more. Obviously, spoiler alert, if it's sitting here, I ended up buying it. But they are $42, and it says that custom blot drops enable you to create a mattifying effect at any step of your beauty routine, mixed with your favorite products or used alone for instant reduction of shine, excess oil, and the appearance of pores. I was like, I have got to try this. And again, $42. So I was like, that's going to be expensive. And just as a side note, I have tried, actually, I probably have them like in my makeup drawer. I have tried so much stuff from Cover FX. I have never been able to get anything of like the dropper persuasion from them to work because it's so oily on my skin. Like the foundation, I did like a dropper thing, way too oily. I can't add it into other foundations because it's still too oily. I've tried their little luminizy drop things, too oily. Like everything from them I try. So I'm just like, well, what if they have given me the antithesis of their own product? I'm very excited. So today I will be mixing this in with my NARS Radiant Longwear Concealer foundation. And I chose this because there's a couple different foundations I could have tried. I almost went with my Physicians Formula, but that one naturally looks so beautiful and luminous on my skin. And I didn't want to pick one that looked as beautiful as that does. I kind of wanted to pick a little bit of an underdog, and I remember when I tried this one out on my channel, I can link the review, but I remember when I tried this, I wasn't a big fan of how long it wore on my skin, and so from that, you know, from then on, like I've used it, I've mixed it in with other foundations, but I just feel like as far as lasting long in the areas of oil, it's never really like got me there. So this is the one we're going to be testing out today. I'm sorry, did I talk to you? So that's what we're going to be doing today. This guy right here, obviously he's not on trial. We've already done this, but I'm just so curious. And on the back of this box, it says, to customize your finish, shake well and add desired amount of drops to any product. Mix and apply. Can also be worn alone, under makeup, or over makeup as a touch-up product throughout the day. I went, oh, okay. I mean, we could have like put it on as primer. I did go in with my Tatcha Silk Canvas today, let it sit, all that good stuff. Actually, ooh, almost forgot my primer water by Smashbox. No dice, people. No dice. Okay, so while that finishes sinking in, it also says on the upper part of the box here, they allow you to customize these drops, allow you to customize your favorite beauty products to have a matte finish. One drop at a time, your product is weightlessly transformed to help minimize shine and keep control and help everything look naturally matte. So here's how I'm thinking we're going to judge this. Number one, obviously, does it help the foundation stay matte throughout the day? Big area we're going to be looking at right here, because your girl is an oily beast. So that's number one. Number two, does it in fact feel weightless? Because that's a big, that's our hair in a box, and that's a big claim, because anytime, like for me personally, as a person with oily skin, which I would imagine this is geared toward, anytime you have oily skin and you put oil on it, at least for me, it feels very heavy. It feels like you just smeared like some Crisco on your face. And I Crisc ain't looking for doing that. There were so many things wrong with what I just said. Moving on. Wow, it looks like you get 1 ounce of product. Look at that color. Holy bejesus. That's like some neon business right there. Okay. I'm like shaking it up. Oh, it's glass. Oh, I like that. Okay. You know what? This would be so... Oh, maybe I want to change my mind, because I just realized... Oh, no, I don't want to change my mind. But if this works, you know how I said I tested out these Makeup Revolution sticks? I can link it up here. But I tested out these Makeup Revolution sticks. They were so beautiful and like dewy and luminous on the skin, but because I'm so oily, they didn't last. What if I used this as a primer for something like that? Ooh, good question. Okay, so please work. Please work. That's all I'm asking. Because if you work, you could transform a whole life. Oh, and it did have, I should actually mention that, it had 4.5 reviews, or 4.5 reviews, 4.5 stars with 12 reviews. So I don't know how good that is or not, but we're just gonna find out. But FYI, but it only had 12 reviews, so I was like, is this new? Is it not new? Does that smell? It has almost no smell. There's no way. Wow, it really does have almost no smell. Okay, as I like shove it up my nose. Okay, so let's go in. We're going to grab some of the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade Mont Blanc. And let's grab, I don't know. I want to make sure that I've got enough to like do the face, you know what I mean? So I grabbed that much, I don't know. And it said 1 drop at a time, but it doesn't give you like, how much do you add? I don't know. Never used her before. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, okay, that's probably good. I'd say that was about 3 drops. Can you guys see that little bubble on top of that? That's what I added, that shiny little bubble on top. Okay, so just so you guys can see, it's proof. It is in there. So now let's go ahead. It's so weird. It's almost like it in itself is an oil. Oh, I'm so intrigued. Okay, so going in with my damp Real Technique sponge here, we're just going to scoop it up. We're going to pat it on. Oh, and then the last thing we're going to be looking at, of course, is how it looks in the pores, because it also said pore minimizing. So, we're looking at a lot of different factors today. Oh, wow, that still looks pretty. Ooh, I feel like that looks prettier than it did the last time I wore it. Ooh, girl. Yes, that's really dotted on good. Oh, God. There's nothing better to me than just, like, putting on my foundation and just like watching the beautiful skin appear, like the fakeness of foundation. Oh, I love it. I get asked all the time, like, do I prefer full coverage? And honestly, yeah, I do. I just love it because it's like that beautiful, like, I don't want to say, I hate saying plastic skin because I feel like it has such a negative connotation to it, but it's so gorgeous. Like, how do you not? That looks so pretty, and I will say that there is a difference already, because I remember when I first applied this foundation, it had a very like luminous quality to it, and which is just, it's very, very different to a lot of other foundations that I try. And when I remember when I tried this, I was like, why is it so luminous? It's supposed to be longwear. It's supposed to be, you know, all these things. So I do think that it looks a little bit calmer in that respect now, which, I mean, hey, that's leading into these claims. What is like the main ingredient in this thing? Okay, water, glycerin, dimethicone. Oh, I get you. Okay. Wow, this is gonna be so interesting. This is probably one of the most intriguing videos I've ever done. P.S. My eye, it's already leaking. Okay, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to do concealer and all of that off of camera because, again, I'm bound and determined to give you guys a quicker video. So let me go ahead, do that, and I will come back when everything is on, and we're going to chat about this because I always end up talking more than I think I will, because that's what I do. So, God, the color of that is just so cool. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, you guys. So for like 1 second, or you know, always, I've got to be 100% honest with you. This has been the worst day I've ever had for makeup in my whole life. I literally, like, I started out, I feel like I've already had this conversation. I was ahead of schedule. Everything was going good. Like, everything was applying great. And I grabbed, for my face today, I wanted to just play around with the Perception Shayla X ColourPop palette because I love it. It's such a beautiful palette. I can link my full review up here for you guys, but it's just so gorgeous. And I was like, I can pull together a real quick look out of this. Like, I'm in kind of a hurry. Like, I just want to, you know, get it on, be done, whatever. And so I'm like, okay, sounds good. Of course, my eye's still leaking, but I'm like, that's okay. I can work with a leaky eye. Like, I do it all the time. It just won't look the best over there. Literally, I have tried, everything went wrong, down to a wing that was literally this thick, going all the way up my face, and it's kind of one of those moments where you like reach the point of no return and you're just like, what have I actually done with my life? Oh, and by the way, on my lips is Come On Sis by ColourPop. I love this color. I wanted like something to give a little bit of color to my face, a little bit of dimension, so that's what's on my lips. Now, as far as this product goes, you guys, my skin looks pretty great. Like, legit looks flawless, even down like through here where I've normally got a ton of like texture and bumpies and weirdness. It looks really nice. What really gets me, my forehead looks really nice. I was shocked, like all through here it looks beautiful. Even my chin looks nice, the nose, the pores, like everything just smoothed over really beautifully, and I'm super impressed so far. However, I am going to turn this into a wear test because of course we have to see how oil resistant it is. Oh, and by the way, all my curls fell out. Like, did you see me in the first clip? How curly my hair was? When I say my curls fall out, like they literally just fall out of my head. But what was I saying? You guys, I don't even remember. Like that's the day I'm having. I don't even know what lifetime this is. Oh, we have to see how oil resistant this is. So I'm obviously going to wear it. We are going to check in on that, see how the pores look all day. Does it help? Does it not? And I will check in with you guys after a little while. And thank you so much for always listening to me, bitch, because I had a lot to say today. Oh, hello. Have you ever just had a rough day at work and this is how you end up? Yeah. Me too. You guys, it's been such a long day and I'm like, this is the perfect embodiment. Because, you know, when I part my hair in the middle, like, I don't always want to tuck it behind my ears, but sometimes I just want to, like, get it up out of my face. And when I don't have a clip, a pen is, like, the best thing, you know, you can get. So it ends up getting twisted and poked, and then before I know it, I look like I belong on the like, either, like, Sesame Street or, like... what's the other one? Follow the Yellow Brick Road. What's the Oz? There we go. The Wizard of Oz. Oh my God. So anyways, hi. Let's talk about this product. Where's my mirror? Because I can't very well stare at myself without a mirror. Okay, now that we have a mirror, let's observe ourselves. You guys, I have been watching this all day, just kind of seeing how it progressed, how it changed, if it changed anything, whether it be coverage, moving in weird spots, moving in different spots. And as I did say this morning, I have worn this foundation relatively recently, both by itself and mixed in with other things. So I'm pretty well acquainted with it. And I can say with a beautiful degree of certainty, this is the best this foundation has ever looked, lasted, and smoothed over my pores. I am so blown away at how absolutely unequivocally stunning this foundation looked all day long. It just recently, like, it's a little broke up around the mouth right now, and it's been on my face. I don't even know. Be right back. This has been on my face for over 8 hours according to my rough math, and normally at about hour 5, 6-ish, this foundation, when it's on by itself, starts to break apart, starts to get really patchy, chunky, odd looking, even sometimes like slightly discolored around the mouth. And I cannot believe how good this looks. This looked stunning through hour like 6. I mean, beautiful. And it wasn't until about 6 to 7 that it started to break up. And then once we hit like, you know, 7 to 8, and then from there on, it kind of started to progress. But you guys, this, more than anything, this makes everything smooth so beautifully. It makes everything sit differently than what you're used to, and I am so impressed. Like 100% recommend if you are oily, if you have issues. I have not blotted at all. I do have oily. I do have a little oil now after, like, you know, 8.5 hours. But that's crazy because for this foundation, normally that would have happened like that. So you guys, I'm so impressed. I am going to bring you in. I debated on it, but just keep in mind, we're looking at like 8.5 hours of wear. So, whew. So again, I'm not saying it's perfect, but you can kind of see a little bit of like breakage around here and on the chin, but like, look at how gorgeous all of this looks. Like, it looks so pore minimized. Like, even up here, like, there's little to no texture on my forehead. Look at the Hulk. You ever seen him that small? That's like a baby Hulk. Like, what is going on in my life? This looks so beautiful. My nose looks good. Like, that's all the oil for the whole day right there. So overall, you guys, I definitely look forward to trying this again, pairing it with different things. I will keep you guys updated on kind of how I wear it, what I wear it with, how it works the best, that kind of stuff. I do want to try it now that I know it looks this good. I want to try it as a primer and kind of see, is it good as a primer? Does it really only work good mixed in with foundation? Will it work with stick foundations? I mean, I feel like I have so many questions running through my mind, and I'm so excited that I found this because it looks so good. So you guys, the planes in my face stayed matte. The T-zone stayed very nice and matte. Like, there's not like even any oil on my chin. Like, I'm so impressed. And again, just after now that it's been like 8.5 hours, I'm just now starting to feel like a little bit of, when you press it, how you can kind of feel like oil underneath the surface. Like, it's not showing, but you can feel that layer. It's all that translucent powder you added right here that I forgot to put the lid on. Well, actually, I guess upside down, but I forgot to put these two halves back together this morning. But you can kind of feel all that powder just kind of, you know, getting saturated with the oil just now. But like, I'm just so impressed. Look at that hair flipping and everything happening. I'm so impressed. Highly recommend. It was definitely worth that price tag. And props to Cover FX for finally making something I can like use, love, and enjoy. I'm obsessed. I will continue to use it. Let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Have you tried it? Do you see how beautiful and like silken my pores look? Like, I am so impressed. This is like what it looks like when I use Dior. It's that level of like pristine, pore-filled, smooth, plastic-looking skin. So I'm obsessed. You guys tell me what you think down in the comments. And don't forget also down in the description, that is where you will find all my social media handles. And the dogs are running down the hallway. That is my cue. And go have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. And I'll see you in the next one. I love these little blood drops. They are drops from heaven in Jesus.